Hello everyone and welcome back to some Marvel Champions, and today we are starting the Mad Titan's Shadow, which is the next scenario expansion box that came out after Galaxy Most Wanted. There is the box for it. Basically gives away most of the people you'll be seeing. It is centered on Thanos and his Black Order, although there are some twists as we go. I'm going to be using Spectrum, Monica Rambeau, and I have customized our deck after experimenting with it in the last video. We're going to go through the scenarios in order as they are presented in the book. However, I'm not going to play it as a linked scenario campaign because that just gives you a lot of extra stuff to follow. It doesn't necessarily make it more balanced. So we're just going to go through it in the order presented, and that means, if I grab the book real quick, as you can see probably on the table, our first person we're going after is Ebony Maw. Specifically, he is sent by Thanos to Nowhere to find the Reality Stone, because I guess it's kept on Nowhere, and Cosmo asks the Guardians for help. The Guardians did not answer the call this time though, it was Spectrum. So let's quickly go over Ebony Maw. He has two forms, 2 scheme, 1 attack with a forced interrupt. When he activates against you, so just when he activates, remove an invocation counter from each spell card in your play area. And on that note, we've set him up with Ebony Maw 1 and 2 with the standard card and counter set, and the 2 suggested modular ones, which are Armies of Titan and Black Order. So that's all done. And then when we actually begin, which we'll just do now, when revealed, each player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded, put it into play in the play area, then shuffle everything back together. So we'll just quickly look for a spell environment. That's a side scheme. I presume it will have the spell keyword. Yep, there we go. It didn't take long. Fireball. Interesting. Surge enters play with 4 invocation counters on it. After the last invocation counter is removed from Fireball, discard it and deal 4 damage to your identity. Oh, so no one else can take the hit maybe? Well, presumably you can still use an ally to jump in front. Okay, that's a scary thing to start on the table, and I'll put the counters on it, sort the deck, so I've got to reshuffle it now, and we'll take a quick look at Spectrum. So if you saw the last video, you know I'm basically using Spectrum's pre-made deck but with alterations. I like the leadership aspect, and that's what she came with, so I have just added in some stuff. I'll show you how her deck is laid out at the end of the video. And she has her 3 forms. I covered more in detail how she works in the previous video, so go watch that one if you want a more step-by-step type of thing. She seems pretty powerful, and with that I think we're ready to get started, so we will do just that after this quick word from my channel sponsor. This video is sponsored by Noble Knight Games. Check out the video description below for an affiliate link that will take you through to their store, and it will help me out as well. Thanks. So, let's see what our initial hand of 6 is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hoping for good stuff. Pulsar Shield, Energy Duplication, that's a good upgrade to get out. All for 1, Gamma Blast is really good for damage. Black Knight, another Pulsar Shield. Don't need 2, so we're going to get rid of that. Would like to get an ally out. We're not going to need all for 1, so let's get rid of that as well. And I think we'll keep the rest and hope for better in these 2. Band Together. So it's just cheaper based on the number of allies you have out. And we got Blade, who is a very cheap ally to get out, but he has that little stipulation about going back into your deck unless you pay a resource. So that is going to be our starting hand right there. Now I need to decide what to do with it. As we begin, I forgot to mention Ebony Maw in Form 1 has 14 health. Now we can actually hurt him really, really badly if I'm willing to give up the chance to get energy duplication, and I think I am. So we're going to spend Black Knight as a resource to get Blade out, but we're not going to do anything with Blade. I just want him out because that means future band togethers, including the one in hand, now generate 1 resource. If we have more allies out, they'll generate more. We're flipping up the hero form. We have to pick one of our forms as we transform. It's going to be Gamma, which means we have +2 attack with Blade right there. And then we're spending the rest of our hand to do Gamma Blast. As I say, we're going all in, so it needs 3. So there's 1, there's 2. This is currently worth 1 because we have Blade out, and that covers the cost to do Gamma Blast. Change to Gamma Energy form, we already were. Deal 7 damage. If you were in Gamma form, it gains Overkill, which isn't super relevant. What is super relevant is we just did half his health in 1 hit. So he is down to 7. Then we're actually attacking him for another 3. And that puts him down to 4 health remaining in Form 1. I think we're just going to have Blade take a hit for us. As long as you don't attack or... actually, it just says after he thwarts or attacks, you have to choose to spend a resource to get rid of him. Doesn't say anything about defending. So, yeah, he's going to take a hit for us. So we're going to end our turn there. We're drawing 5 in hero form. Let's see what we get. Avengers Tower, another band together. Another energy duplication, perfect. Goliath, that's one of the cards I put in. And I did decide to keep Kalu in after all, because I think there is like use for him. So there's our hand, but for now, oh yeah, the main scheme started on 1 threat by the way, and there is a second step once this completes. 1 threat on the main scheme. He is attacking. I'm having Blade take the hit. Oh yeah, also when does this happen? After, let's see. When he activates against you, remove a counter from each spell. So he's activating against me now, he's attacking, I'm having Blade take the hit. He's hitting for 1 plus a star. Give the villain boost. Alright. Give the villain boost. Boost, give the villain a tough card. So now he's tough. And he was only hitting for 1, so Blade actually lived. Which is pretty cool, because I think I'm just going to have him be my tank for a couple of turns. So as we begin the next turn, I'm getting rid of Avengers Tower and that band together, which again currently counts as 1 because Blade is still on the table, to get out energy duplication. So it's an upgrade, you tap this and it gives you the resource on your printed form. So right now it would be an aggression 1, which may matter. We can't do anything with Blade because he's tapped from defending though. That leaves me with Kalu and Goliath in hand. Getting Goliath out would be pretty cool, but I obviously can't do it right now. I'm going to take a bet that hopefully we'll be able to do it next turn. So, or I could get Kalu out this turn. I don't think there's any need to. So I'm going to hold on to Goliath. I'm just going to discard Kalu. And we can't do anything with energy duplication this turn because Blade's tapped from defending. I will attack just to get rid of the tough. And end my turn. And we are going to just have Blade take a hit for us again. So I'm drawing 4 because I kept 1 in hand. And I'm hoping for one of the double energy cards or a card that makes leadership cheaper. That's also really good. Photon speed, there we go, and make the call. So that could get us Kalu back if I wanted. So maybe we won't get Goliath out because we could do a lot of damage. Ideally, actually, if we had Goliath out, that'd be perfect because I could get him down to Form 2, then hit Form 2 for 7 damage. Anyway, 1 threat on main scheme. So it goes up to 3. Ebony Maw activates, so 1 counter comes off Fireball. He is attacking. I'm having Blade take the hit. He is hitting for 1 plus. He's hitting for 2. And that is unfortunately enough that Blade is out of there. Although again, we could use Make the Call to get him out of the discard pile, which I may well do, because I'm kind of learning that he's better served as just taking hits for you. But, yeah. Did I do an encounter card in turn 1? I didn't, did I? I totally forgot. We'll do 2 now. Restrained. Attached to a friendly character with the highest attack and exhaust it. Attached character cannot ready. You have to spend 2 resources to discard the card, so we can't ready. So, well, yeah, so unreadies us. And then, Channeling Trance. When revealed, remove 1 invocation counter from each spell in your play area. Okay, yep. And if there wasn't one, you would put 1 into play. So, after the next turn, he's hitting us for 4 guaranteed damage, so got to keep that in mind. Can't believe I forgot the encounter card. Alright, hopefully that is everything sorted. I know that technically wouldn't have been the second encounter card we got because, you know, we moved cards, but hopefully drawing 2 there at least made up for my mistake. Now, we need to make the decision on whether or not I go for Gamma Blast, or I go for Goliath, or I go for Blade. I can't really get rid of Restrained because the only energy resource I have access to is the double, and that would be a waste. So I don't really want to do that, which is very awkward. Make the Call would be easy enough to get Blade out. I could spend energy duplication and make it happen, but then I can't get Goliath out without spending Gamma Blast. So, what do you do about this? If I want to cast Gamma Blast, I'm going to need to keep that much energy. Alright, I think I'm playing Make the Call. So pay the printed cost of an ally in any player's discard pile to put it into play, and I will tap energy duplication to pay the 1 and say welcome back, Blade. Nice to see you again. I don't really want him to attack because he's only hit. Oh, he's hitting for 2 actually. Can I spend that? Alright, I've changed my mind. I'll pay for getting Blade out with this card, and I'll tap Energy Duplication so he can stay on the table if he acts, and I'll have him hit Maw for 2. So he's got 2 health left. In Form 1, that is. And then I want to keep the rest of my hand. And I can't do anything because I can't untap, so yeah, we'll just end my turn there. That is what I'm keeping in hand. So I'm readying well no, I don't ready, I stay unreadied. Everything else readies. Oh yeah, and he takes 1 consequential for that. He's probably about to go away to defending for me. Anyway, I'm drawing 2. I'm hoping for something else I can spend energy on. Perfect. Okay, that's Goliath probably covered then. And I can use this plus Energy Duplication to get rid of Restrained. Yes, that's actually really good. Okay, good. 1 threat on the main scheme. It's 2 away from finishing step 1. This goes away, so Fireball procs. So after the last invocation counter is removed from Fireball, discard it, deal 4 damage to your identity. I will take that 4 damage. So we're down to 7. And he is attacking. I'm having him attack Blade for 4. That was Black Dwarf / Cull Obsidian. Goodbye again, Blade. Thank you for your service again. Encounter card, not forgetting this time. Rubble Storm. Surge enters play with 3 invocation counters. So it's a spell. 3 counters. Alright, we'll worry about what it does once it procs. Well, I should probably read it right now. It's going to do 2 damage to every character I control. Oh, it's an anti-leadership spell. And it had Surge, so another one. Landing Craft. When defeated, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you find a minion. It has extra threat generation and starts with 2. There we go. Alright, that's also becoming a problem. So we're getting rid of that Restrained. Energy Duplication gives us Aggression resource. There's the energy, so that gets rid of it. Unfortunately, we don't get to ready up off of the back of that, so we're still tapped until the end of the round. And I'm paying to get Goliath out. Am I? It's awkward because I can make him hit for 5, but Gamma Blast is such a waste if I only like I'm hitting for 7 and I'm only doing 2. It's like, nah, that ain't worth. So yeah, we'll pay to get Goliath out. There's the all 4 power. I'm not going to use his ability this turn because that makes him go away at the end of the round. But he can thwart for 2 at the cost of 1 consequential damage. So sure, I'll have him do that. But I'll have him take it off of the main scheme. Like that. And I'm hoping I can take 1 hit from Ebony Maw. I still have Gamma Blast in hand. And I'm ending my turn there. So now I get to ready up at least. And then we're drawing 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch me get a power of leadership this turn. White Tiger, make the call. All for 1, speed of light. So I didn't, but certainly could get White Tiger out. But we're probably going to pay for Gamma Blast. Anyway, so 1 threat on the main scheme. Sorry, it's 2 threat actually. So it's up to 4 because of the side scheme in play. 1 comes off of Rubble Storm. And then Ebony Maw is attacking. I am taking it to the face. Unless I want to change. Yeah, I'm just going to take it to the face. I'm not going to defend. He's hitting for just 1. Got lucky. Encounter card. He schemes. That's probably going to forward the scheming then, because he schemes for a base of 2, and this is going to definitely have a symbol. Yep. So he has completed this, and moves on to the next one. The Power Stone. When revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck, and then we discard until a spell is put into play. Okay, so another spell. I don't think there was any spells in this pile, so I'm just gonna. Well, actually, I should do it because that means I have more cards to potentially draw. And then on this side, it starts with 1 threat per player. If it gets to 9, we lose because he successfully stole. Oh, I thought it was the Reality Stone he was after. It's the Power Stone. Okay, there's a shuffle, and we've got to find a spell card. So, spell card, I guess I should be doing it this way. Spell card, nope, I'm getting a lot of side schemes. Nope. Spell card, that spell, that's not a spell, it's Agents of Thanos. That's not a spell. There's a spell, it's the same one. He's casting Fireball again in an attack position. So that's a lot of damage building up. That starts with 4 counters on it. I'm trying to just use singles, so I'm going to have to look out 2 more. Because they go away each turn anyway. It's 1 off of each spell each turn, so that's starting to get a little bit threatening. So there we go. And that was everything, I think. But we're definitely getting him to phase 2 this turn, and I'm going to hurt him a lot. But then we're going to have to flip down, I think. So, how badly are we hitting him? We're hitting him this badly. Our base attack is 3 currently because we're still in Gamma form. That takes him to form 2 because he has 2 health left. In form 2 he has 18. Ooh, that's a lot. 18 health to get through. Or 18 per player, but 1 player. When Ebony Maw activates against you, you still remove it. Yep, when revealed, each player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until they put a spell card into play again. Oh, there's a spell right there. It has 2 invocation counters on it in its manipulation. What does this do? You lose a card from your hand. That's not so bad. But it means I've got to look at more counters. So many counters. It's only got 2 though, so it's not so bad. There we go. Oh good, it's nothing but spells. But he has 18 health. Let's start working on that. We're tapped because we did that. That is perfectly fine. We are going to have Goliath pop his ability. So he gets +4 attack until the end of the phase. At the end of the phase, you discard him. So he's currently hitting for 5. Bang. That's 5. Puts Maw down to 13. Then we are going to pay for Gamma Blast. We're going to spend all our leadership cards on that. So White Tiger, all for 1, make the call. Actually no, I'm going to hold on to make the call because I can just tap energy duplication to cover one of the costs. So sure. So then I have options to bring people back. We saw this already. It's 7 damage. Doesn't matter that it gives overkill because we're in Gamma form. 7 means he is down to 6. Which is pretty good. Goliath, unfortunately, well, it's the end of the phase, but I'll just put him away now so I don't forget, because that's very important. We have Make the Call and Speed of Light in my hand. We are going to flip down, but I'm going to play Speed of Light first to change forms and draw a card, just in case. I'm going to change into... Oh, that started with 1 threat. I'm going to change into Pulsar form, which means we heal 1 damage just for changing to that form, because that helps, because our recovery is only 3. And we draw a card. It's the Genius card. Ah, maybe I don't want to flip down then. Because I could do Make the Call and get an ally back that costs 2 or less. That means good old Blade could come back again, or I could get Kalu. We could get him real close. Who's got better thwart, Kalu or Blade? They're both the same. Let's get Kalu. I'll do Make the Call with Genius to pay for Kalu out of the discard pile. When he enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck, add an event to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an event. Change to Photon Energy form. That's the... Oh, I'm in Pulsar. Blue Marvel. Power of Leadership. Where were you? US Agent. Power of Leadership. Cards I needed but did not have. We're going to have to shuffle our deck in a second. I'm going to keep... Oh, I can. It has to be a event. Has to be that one. Fair enough. Shuffle. That's good for removing a threat from a scheme, but I'm kind of trying to just nuke him down at this point with him only having 3 health left. It is going to be risky because I think only one of the encounter cards which makes him scheme has been like put in the discard pile. Oh wait, no, they're both back in the deck now. Because I hate that card when you're playing solo because it's basically a lose button if it happens. I am going to flip down. Why was I tapped? Did I attack that turn? Yeah, I got him to form 2. I am going to flip down. Or am I? See, now that I've made myself paranoid that we're going to draw the scheme card and he's just going to win off the back of it. No, I'm staying in hero form. I kind of wish I hadn't changed to Pulsar form. But that's okay. We're going to stay in hero form so that Maw is attacking. Kulu's gonna go away soon anyway. I'm gonna have him hit for 1, put Maw down to 5, and then that's my turn. So we're drawing 4 because I have Photon Speed. Do I want Photon Speed? I don't want Photon Speed. I'm getting rid of it. We're drawing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. US Agent, Power of Leadership, Speed of Light, Gamma Blast. Oh, we can win. We can just win. Speed of Light into Gamma form. Gamma Blast. Yeah, we're going to win. As long as we don't lose immediately right here. So, 1 threat on the main scheme. 1 counter, oh sorry, 2 threat on main scheme, so it's up to 3 in total. 1 counter off of every spell. 1, 1, oops, 1, 1, 1. But there's not going to be another turn, hopefully, so... Maw's attacking, I'm having Kalu, take the hits. It's... discard 1 card at random from your hand, you monster. That might actually cost the game right there. Okay, 1 card at random. It's just, oh, I can't look at what it is. If it's Gamma Blast, we'll probably lose. It's this one. Avengers Mansion, we're still in it because I can still get 1 energy from energy duplication. Plus he only hit for 1, but Kalu got 1 incidental for the damage he did, so he is gone. And then encounter card. Channeling Trance. Oh, that means it's proccing the spells. So this is doing 2 damage to me, and I lose a card at random from my hand. 2 damage, and a card at random from my hand, which is getting a little bit low on numbers currently. Well, it was the power of leadership, but I don't have enough power now, I think, to actually use Gamma Blast and change form. So I think he's bought himself another turn, unfortunately. Okay, let's see. This is my hand, 3 cards. We are going to use Speed of Light because I have to be in Gamma form. We get to draw a card off of the back of this, so technically we're just shuffling the energy around. Yeah, all the double energy cards are gone, I think, so there wasn't a chance of that. But we're in Gamma form. Wait, I don't need to be in Gamma form. No, I do. Wait, or do I? No, because we can just tap energy duplication. It doesn't matter what power we get. I might as well, because I might need... yeah, sure. It doesn't matter. We do still win. Okay, thank goodness. Because Gamma Blast costs 3. We only have 2 cards, so obviously there's 1 left to get. Energy Duplication, that provides us 1. So that's a total of 3. We smack him for 7. If we couldn't have done that, was there an alternative? Say that was one of the cards that we discarded instead. We could have paid for US Agent if I had the Power of Leadership card instead of Gamma Blast. He would have come out. We still would have changed to Gamma form. That would have hit for 3. We would have needed to find 2. He only hits for 1, but Ebony Maw, we could have him attack, US Agent take the hit, and Retaliate 1 would have done the last bit of damage. So there was 2 ways we could have got to the win there, thankfully. So, we did beat Ebony Maw. I did one thing wrong for getting the first encounter step. It's early in the morning, that happens. Hopefully, again, drawing 2 in the second turn makes up for that. So we're calling that a legit win, and then we'll move on. I'll lay out what I've done with Spectrum's deck first, though, just to show you what cards are included. Not her own, obviously, because you have to have those, but just the leadership cards and neutral cards I've brought. So here's how I customized Spectrum's deck, not including her unique cards. I have 2 Powers of Leadership, 3 Band Togethers, 1 Mighty Avengers. The thinking I was going with based on how it went last time was she's going to end up with quite a few allies out. That obviously didn't work out this time, but still managed to win, thankfully. But that's why I'm kind of playing into having these. An assortment of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 leadership themed allies. We saw a lot of them there, and didn't get many of them onto the field, but we didn't see Wonder Man, Squirrel Girl, and that's it, I think. Yep. 3 all-for-ones. Again, this is trying to play into her having her full ally limit out. You can tap them all to do really big hits. 3 make the calls to get your allies back out your discard pile, because you're probably going to have to be spending them at some point, as I was. 1 neutral ally, Blade, because I saw more value in him if he actually just sits and takes hits for you. The 3 double energy cards, because of course, as far as neutral cards go, an Avengers Mansion, an Avengers Tower, to make getting allies out cheaper and to let you get more allies out in total. So that was what I did. That's the deck we're going to be using, barring any little tweaks I decide to make as we go, but that's who we'll be moving on to. And on that note, I have to stretch over to the book again. After defeating Ebony Maw in Nowhere, I believe, Proxima Midnight, and there's a little comic splash page for after you beat Maw. Yeah, Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive attack Avengers Tower because they have another one of the Infinity Stones. So that's a 2 against 1 situation. Next time you're fighting both of them, although only one of them is active at a time. We'll worry about that as we get there, while we're also trying to defend Avengers Tower. So hopefully we'll come back for that. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll do more Mad Titan Shadow next time. Until then, ta-ta for now.